There we go. We got everything up and running. Everything is up and running, and we got episode 1 of Inside the Lion's Den. It's been chaotic a couple of days. Let me just tweet out. Let me just go tweet this out on the old page. And welcome anybody that Alright. So, we're here in preseason just to get a feel of things for the game this year. I personally am enjoying it. I was able to play the first week. Wasn't able to play the second week due to EA issues with their server. Yeah, so just I was meaning to be on Press Pass last night. Just things came about. I believe Nate went about doing things about his predictions, so I feel like while I wait for people to come in here, I will go through and make my predictions here. Because what better way to keep with content? As you can see, every team's filled but the Colts. Colts having issues. EA, please help him out. Get him in. But to start over here in the AFC East, we have Bill, who if I remember correctly, is switching from Miami. We have Massimo, who I believe is coming from Cleveland. We have Judge, who I believe is coming from the Bears. I might be mistaken on that. And we have Lost returning as the Patriots. So it's a big change up in the division. Personally, in my opinion, I see it being Bill, Lost, Massimo, and then Judge. I think Bill, with the talent that he has in Buffalo, will find a way to top that division. In the AFC West, we have Mile High Score, Pepper, Luka Mahomes, and Jay Bulls. Bit change up here in the division. Really hard to predict. I want to say I'll go Pepper, Luka, Mile, and then Jay Bulls. I could be wrong. It's a really tough division to predict. But I definitely, with the real life accusations, I feel like it's going to be a fun division to keep an eye on. In the AFC South, it's Brady, it's Truth, it's Roger, and what's his name? I feel bad for not knowing it offhand here. I believe he goes by Booby MT. If he gets in there, that'd be great. EA. I think this is Brady's division still. I think Roger and Truth will battle for second and third, and since I don't really know much about how Booby plays, I will put him as the number 4. We got Cooch coming into the A with the Bengals. We've got Denbrood going from the Bengals to the Browns. Nipples taking back the Steelers, the Ravens. And Outlaw jumping from the Bills to the Steelers. I think that Denbrood is coming off a momentous season 101 run, which led him to an OMFL Bowl. I think, though, if Nipples is on, he'll have a run for his money. And that, I still think Denbrood is going to win this division, with Nipples going second, Koch going third, and Outlaw going in fourth. NFC East, I think, is probably the most stacked division, with Dwayne, Colin, and Penguins in there, and then Twinkie rounding it out. I feel that you gotta show Penguins has to show a rebound from last Madden. He suffered a lot. Personal stuff may have affected that. I don't know fully, even though he is one of my good friends. I see this division going Wayne, Penguins, Colin, Twinkie. I think it's really a toss up between Penguins and Colin going 2 and 3. In my opinion, I think Wayne will find a way to stay as the number 1, at least in season number 1 or season 102. The NFC West, well, it's still. He may have switched from the Cardinals to the Niners, but that's, if anything, going to help him. I think this is still D-Money's division. I think Dawson, Tim, and Duval are all going to be racing for that second seed, or second place in the division. But in my opinion, it's going to go D-Money, Tim, Dawson, Duval. We got the NFC South next with, I think only new member in the division is Kevin. I think he was Eagles last year and Twinkie and him switched. Could be wrong. I see this division going Kobe, Nate, Black Cats, and Kevin. I don't know if Kevin's going to be able to roll with Brady. I know last year he was Philadelphia. He went and got himself a new quarterback. I don't know exactly if he brought with his import. And then finally there's, my NFC North Division, or as Nate calls it, the NFC South, or Central. We got 2 new guys here with Big Hurt and Cincy. It'll be very interesting. All 3 of the teams in real life got better, while I think the Packers got worse. We'll see with how this works. Obviously, I've been pretty much every season that I've been in this division, I've won it. So it's a matter of who's going to step up and take me off my throne. So I have it going me, Cincy, Hurt, and Priest. I know Priest he's been highlighting his run game, but I think not having some big name receivers to throw to is going to hinder that run game a bit. But I could be wrong, and Priest could very well prove me to be incorrect on my statements. Yeah, that's my opinions for the divisions. I feel like there's definitely going to be a shift in momentum, depending on everybody's passing types and whatnot, and how everybody decides to roll with that. There's definitely been a change up in things. I know week 1 I've got an interesting matchup with Twinkie. I believe I didn't beat Twinkie last year. I could be mistaken. I think I only really played him once though. I think it was a really close game. I think now I'll highlight some week 1 matchups as we're mere days from finding out or to finally getting into week 1 action. Wrong thing. Sorry if I'm kind of talking too much. We got week 1. Bill versus Tim. I feel like this will be a very interesting matchup. I'm going to roll with Bill for this matchup. I feel like that'll be a very interesting contest. I'm interested to see what Tim does. I know Tim and myself are both Lions fans, so him having Stafford will haunt me a bit, but it's not like last year where Stafford had the ability to be moved. Saints Falcons. I'm going to give this one to you, Nate. Me and Kobe played in the preseason, and Kobe was still trying to adjust. I know it was the game. He ended up winning the game, but he also has quarterbacks that were much better than what I was using, and I feel Nate will find a way to get Jameis Winston and crew rolling. Denver and Panthers. I think he goes by Panthers or something. Black Cats. I'm going to give this one to Black Cats. I haven't seen Denver with the Browns, so I don't know how he'll efficiently use their run game as well as Deshaun Watson. Niners and Bears. This one's a no-brainer. I'm going with the Niners. There's very few people that I see that you can, on a given day, can choose outright to pick against D-Money. He's one of the top players for a reason. And Hurt, this isn't a shot at him, but Hurt's not on that top tier level yet. He's a great player, but like there's the D Moneys, the D Waynes. Those guys are top notch guys. You expect those guys to win, and when they lose, you kind of go, "Okay, good job for that guy. Let's see it happen again." Outlaw versus Cooch. I'm going with Cooch. I think the lack of a quarterback is going to end up hurting Outlaw for a while. They really didn't do Kenny Pickett much love. I don't think he's going to have a really good first season. But as Kenny Pickett develops, I think he'll improve. Me versus Twinkie. I don't know. I feel like Twinkie's going to beat me in this one. I don't know if I have the capabilities this season to rule myself as a favorite much. If I had a quarterback I was comfortable with, I'd think differently. But right now, I have Jared Goff, and that's just as he has the tag in the game. He is a bridge quarterback for me. I'm just trying to get to the next guy. Colts and Texans. I'm going to go Texans on this one. I know Roger, when he's on, and I'll really be looking to see how he does. Massimo versus Lost. I'm going to go with Lost on this one. I feel like he's familiar with his team. I don't know how Massimo's going to do I think he's going to get a little bit speed happy, and he's going to end up throwing a lot of turnovers for it. Nipples versus Judge. I'm going to go Nipples. His run game, I think, is just going to overwhelm Judge, and Judge is going to be left trying to play from behind. Penguins versus Brady. I'm going to go with Brady on this one. I think it's going to be one of those ones that comes down to the very last play, though. So it very well could be either. It's one of those coin toss games for sure. Colin versus Truth. I'm going to go with Colin. I don't really see Truth being dominant. I know I've played him with the Titans before, and he doesn't use Derrick Henry to his potential. He likes to try to avoid contact instead of running through it. I think that's ultimately going to be his downfall with the Titans, is he needs to start trying to, use a stiff arm or a truck instead of just trying to do the cutbacks with Derrick Henry. Dawson and Luca, I'm going to go with Dawson on this one. I think that's going to be a coin toss game, though. J Bulls and Pepper, I'm going to go with Pepper. I think Pepper's going to thrive with Justin Herbert. Priest versus Cincy, I'm going to go with Priest on this one. I think Cincy's going to still be adjusting with the Vikings, and Priest still has Aaron Rodgers. So I think that plus Marion Clancy, I think his name is, his import, will provide a strong enough game to squeak out a victory versus the Vikings. Kevin versus Wayne, you expect Wayne to win, so I'm going to go with Wayne. And lastly, Mile High versus Duval. I'm going to go Mile High on this one. I don't know. I think the Seahawks are really hurting at quarterback, and I don't know if he brought over one or not. And even if he did, they really only have DK, I feel, and still no offensive line. So I think that's going to be his downfall. That's my I think that's episode 1 here. I don't really have much to talk about. Nobody really popped on in. But anyways, I'll chit chat with you all another time. Later, y'all.